Picture this. It is the year 1205. One man has already destroyed Bihar. He has burned Nalanda to the ground. He has taken Bengal without blinking. And now, he wants more. His name was Muhammad bin Bakhtiyar Khilji, a Turkish warlord, a general of the Delhi Sultanate, a man whose cavalry could cross rivers and reshape cities in days. But in the jungles and rivers of the northeast, in a place called Kamarupa, he would meet something he had never encountered before. Not just an enemy, a land that fought back. This is the story of one of medieval India's most forgotten battles, and one of its most decisive turning points. To understand why this moment matters, you need to understand what Bakhtiyar Khilji represented. He wasn't just a raider. He was the engine of early expansion into the east. By 1202 CE, he had captured Lucknow, the capital of Bengal, on behalf of Qutbuddin Aibak, the first Sultan of Delhi. The eastern Gangetic plains were now under Sultanate influence. His army at Kamarupa, nearly 10 to 12,000 cavalry. And his ambition, Tibet, China, the mythical riches of the East. His local guide, a Mek chief named Ali Mek, told him the route was possible. And that was Khilji's first mistake, trusting the map over the terrain. Now comes the contrast. Two leaders, two philosophies, two completely different ideas of power. Bakhtiyar Khilji, expand, conquer, move fast. King Prithu, defend, adapt, use the land. Prithu, also known as Viswasundaradeva, ruled Kamarupa under the Khen dynasty. He wasn't building an empire, he was protecting one. And he understood something Khilji did not. In this terrain, conventional war was a trap. Prithu's army wasn't just soldiers. It was Bodo warriors, Koch fighters, Keot communities, people who knew every river bend, every bamboo thicket, every marsh. Late 1205 CE. Khilji's army enters Kamarupa. At first, the march seems manageable. Then, things begin to unravel. Problem 1. Scorched earth, villages abandoned, crops destroyed, supply routes gone. Persian chronicles record, the soldiers became so desperate, they began eating their own horses. Problem 2. No open ground. Khilji wanted space for cavalry. Prithu denied him that. Instead, waves of surprise strikes, at night, near river crossings, from forest cover. Problem 3. The bridge. A bridge over a tributary was destroyed mid-withdrawal. The expedition had nowhere to go. What followed was not a clean battle. It was a complete collapse. By early 1206, the cavalry expedition was shattered. Khilji managed to cross the Brahmaputra with only a handful of survivors. He fled back to Devkot, broken. And then, he died. Whether from illness, from wounds, or from internal betrayal, history does not agree on the how, but it agrees on the what. The conqueror of Bihar and Bengal was finished in Kamarupa. And here is the proof, carved in stone. The Kanai Barasi rock inscription near North Guwahati, dated March 27th, 1206 CE. It records in stark terms, upon arriving in Kamarupa, the Turks perished. So why does this matter? First, it halted eastern expansion for nearly a century. Second, Prithu's conduct after victory was remarkable. He pardoned captives, resettled survivors. Chronicles call it Dharma Yuddha. Third, Assam's history would return again and again to this lesson. This land is not understood through force, but through knowledge of terrain and people. Most textbooks treat Bakhtiyar Khilji as a footnote. But the story of where he disappeared is one of the most instructive chapters in medieval Indian history. It tells us geography is strategy, terrain is an army, and the people who know a land will always outlast those who try to control it from outside. Prithu didn't win by being stronger. He won by understanding where history would be decided. And in Assam, in the land of the Brahmaputra, the river, the forest, and the people remembered.
So, our exam important points kunkita hol. First Muslim invasion of Assam, Bakhtiyar Khilji, 1205-1206. Our Kamarupa Roja he homoit asil Prithu. An eta naam Viswasundaradeva, Khen dynasty. The first Muslim invasion or primary source of information, Tabaqat-i-Nasiri by Minhaj-i-Siraj. Archaeological evidence, Kanai Barasi rock inscription. The first Assamese to accept Islam was Alimek. Alimek ejon guide asil guide korisil Bakhtiyar Khilji into Kamarup. That's all for today. See you in the next video.